Hey guys, good morning. Today we're going to talk about something very interesting and very different than what I'm normally used to. When was the last time someone called you just to ask how you're doing with no agenda? Does it sound familiar or not? Let's go through one such incident that happened to me recently. And it left me surprisingly good, and obviously you'll know why. Wednesday evening, I was on a call with EagleOwl engineers, just a typical weekly check-in on what's happening on some of the work that we've been doing. I got a call from Ritika, and I disconnected and I called her back after the call was done. Then she said, "Hey, Vinod, me and Karan are on the line, and how are things going with you?" For a minute, I'm like, "Yeah, cool, things are going well. What's up? Like, what's the purpose of the call?" She said, "No, nothing. We just thought it's been a long time since we spoke to you, and we thought we'll just call you and ask what's happening or what's exciting in your life and what's cooking. It is always interesting in stories you have to tell us whenever we talk." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And for a minute, I was kind of surprised, though I wouldn't say I'm totally shocked or anything. I was a bit surprised with that kind of a no agenda, no question or no business interest kind of a call. Yes, it what though prompted them to probably remember me was that we had added a small feature in Eagle that day and deployed it and put a banner that this is the new feature, etc. And Ritika apparently wanted that feature long ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and she mentioned about that. You remember I had asked you about it long back, which I said, yeah, I vaguely recall. I'm happy that we've built it right now. And then I kind of we talked about what's been happening in my life, and I told her I know I'm kind of looking for a new job, and they asked if I'm doing Eagle full time. I said no, Eagle doesn't make enough money for me to do it full time. It has to be a part time gig to keep it going, and general discussions on business, the industry, and holidays and stuff. And then a little bit about told them about how things were shaping up in EagleOwl, what the next steps are in the features that we are trying to build. That's when Karan and Ritika were like, this is exactly the part we like about EagleOwl. We used a lot of products, worked with different people. The amount of depth that you guys or the thought, right? The depth of thought that you guys have in terms of building a particular feature really sets you apart. Those are exactly the words that she used. And when she said that, I actually felt good, not because I'm the founder who built the product, but I think of myself as a product guy primarily to solve somebody's pain. And there's no better words a product guy can ever hear, and that too from a customer when they tell you that this feature is done pretty well and exactly meets our needs or exceeds our expectations, and the fact that it is very well thought through. I think that's exactly so. For any product manager who's watching this or of other companies, this is exactly why we build great products, right? Okay, fine, it sells, it makes money, but it also makes the customer feel good that, oh, they're exactly addressing the issue that we may have. So that's on the business angle, but more than the business angle, it just became a tangential point of discussion since they were reminded. But I think the call was generally on how I was doing, and then I ended up asking them how things were going at there, and then I told them, what, I feel really good that you call me, and that too with no agenda. Just it doesn't feel transactional in a world which is too transactional. Um, we decided to meet up. They said just give us a day's notice and come out to our office sometime. I asked them if their office is in the same place in same much road to which they already are, and I'll probably go and meet them sometime. I was quite moved for two things. One was the non-transactional call that they made, having remembered me in their busy schedule, and the second one is, of course, when they told me that whatever we have done or what we are supposed to do is also well thought of and done pretty good. So I think, how else do I put it? It's a kind of an emotional moment that will enthuse anybody who's on the receiving end of a call like this. Um, I'm sure people can relate to what we're seeing. Very refreshing day. I mean, I just felt exceedingly well for the next couple of hours, and I told them as much, and I also dropped them a mail saying, thanks for the call. I know it felt really good. I sent her a message as well. I think some of the takeaways that I had of this call, not just this, I've had similar calls from a lot of some other friends and some clients as well. For example, Popo Ventures, Pizza Bakery, Nikhil Gupta is a very dear friend of mine. We do have such calls once in a while. I think one of the takeaways that I want to encourage listeners to do is to just reach out to someone. No agenda, just call and ask how things are going in their life and what's probably exciting or interesting. It will really brighten up their day, and it will brighten up your day as well. In a world full of asks and transactions, and now what can I get from someone? Such calls and instances and days will literally make you feel really, really good, give you that real good dopamine high as well in parallel. Share a laugh, no pressure, no pitch, no updates, no money, no transactions, just, a couple of minutes of what's happening in your life. That's it. These are the calls that you would remember for long, and they just might be the moments that will deepen your relationships and your health and mental health as well. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one. If you have any such moments, please feel to drop them in the comments and make that phone call. See you soon.